You know, we've all been there. A product you were so excited about just breaks. A delivery shows up late. A service doesn't even come close to what was promised. And that feeling of frustration, it's universal. But what a company does right after they mess up, well, that moment can be the difference between losing you forever and, believe it or not, making you an even more loyal customer.
Luck, it's just going to happen. It's a part of doing business. No matter how perfect a company tries to be, at some point, something will go wrong. And just like that, a customer's excitement can flip to total frustration.
Yeah, that one-star review screen. We all know what that feels like. But here's the thing a lot of people miss. That negative review, that angry email, it's not the end of the story. For the really smart companies, it's actually just the beginning.
And this, right here, is the big shift in thinking. A customer complaint isn't some crisis you have to manage or a threat to your reputation. It's a gift. It's basically a free consultation telling you exactly how to improve your business, and it's your one big chance to earn back that customer's trust.
It sounds totally backwards, doesn't it? But as our source material points out, an angry customer can sometimes be way more valuable than a happy one. Why? Well, because they are shining a giant spotlight on the exact cracks in your system. That's not just a complaint. That is priceless, actionable information. So how do you actually do it? How do you take that moment of pure frustration and turn it into one of trust? The answer lies in this really powerful framework, a concept that comes from law and philosophy, but it applies perfectly to business. And that concept is justice.
Now, when we say justice in customer service, we're not talking about courtrooms and judges. It's way simpler than that. It's all about fairness. It's that feeling a customer gets that a company handled their problem in a way that was right, that was equitable, that was, well, fair. But this idea of fairness isn't just some vague feeling. It's actually built on three very distinct pillars. And if you can understand each one, you've got the key to turning a really bad experience into a really great one.
All right, first up, distributive justice. Honestly, this is the one that probably pops into your head first. It's all about the outcome. When all was said and done, what did you get to make things right? So distributive justice really boils down to this one question from the customer's point of view. What did I get? They've lost something, time, money, maybe just their peace of mind. So they're looking at what the company is offering and weighing it against that loss. And they're asking, is this a fair trade?
And compensation doesn't just mean a refund. It can be all sorts of things. A repair, a full replacement, maybe a discount on a future purchase, or even a free service. And this is a big one. It doesn't even have to be about money. Sometimes a quick, sincere apology can be an incredibly powerful form of compensation all by itself.
But look, a fair outcome is just the start. If getting that refund was a total nightmare that took you 3 weeks and 5 phone calls, you're still not happy. And that brings us to the other two equally important dimensions of justice, the process itself and the people involved. Let's break these two down. They're called procedural and interactional justice. Just think of it this way. Procedural justice is all about the system, the how. Was the process to get your problem solved easy and quick? Interactional justice is all about the staff, the who. Were the employees you dealt with polite, empathetic, and respectful?
Oh man, this is where so many companies get it wrong. That 10-page form you have to fill out, being on hold forever, having to dig up a receipt from 6 months ago, all these little hurdles basically scream to an already upset customer, we don't really care about you or your time.
And finally, there's the human element, interactional justice. You can get a full refund through a super easy-to-use app, but if the one person you happen to speak with is rude or just dismissive, the whole experience feels terrible. It's not just about solving the problem. It's about making that customer feel heard, understood, and respected as a person.
So why does all this matter so much? Why go through all the trouble? Because getting these 3 types of justice right doesn't just fix one little problem. It builds a rock-solid foundation for customer loyalty that can last for years.
This is really the magic formula. When you nail all 3 types of justice, you do something incredible. You can literally take a customer's anger and frustration and transform it into a moment that actually makes their connection to your brand even stronger. So the path is actually pretty clear. A problem happens, the customer tells you about it, then the company delivers a fair outcome through a fair process with a respectful and kind interaction. And what happens? Trust is restored. That customer doesn't just stick around, they often become one of your biggest fans.
So I want you to think about the last time you had a problem with a company. What was the thing that mattered most to you? Was it just getting your money back? Was it how easy or how hard the process was? Or was it the way that person on the phone actually treated you? Your answer probably tells you a lot about just how powerful these three pillars of justice really are.